Hello everyone. Welcome to meeting 2, meeting hospital staff. From this meeting, it is expected that you will be able to introduce yourself to hospital staff in the first encounter. Now I would like to ask you, what do you usually ask to people you meet for the first time? You might answer like these. You might ask the name and the origin. What about the age, the religion, and also the marital status? Can we ask those topics to the people we meet for the first time? Well then, we would like to discuss the cross-cultural understanding. Is it okay to ask about the following things to new people we meet for the first time? Can we ask them about the age, about the marital status, about the religion, the dress? Well, my answer will be, it depends on who you ask. While in the previous slides, we talk about the topics that we might ask to general people we meet for the first time. In this slide, we would like to focus especially for meeting hospital staff for the first time. Okay, what do we usually ask to hospital staff we meet for the first time? Can we ask about his or her religion? Can we ask about his or her name, marital status, or age? Well, I have provided several topics that we might ask to hospital staff we meet for the first time. They are, we can ask about his or her name, the origin, the company or the hospital, and we can also ask about the department or the unit. Or if, let's say, we are now attending a conference in Kupang, we can also talk about the events we attend together. We can also discuss the place we are in and the time of speaking. So we can discuss the event itself, or we can also talk about the place. In this case is Kupang while speaking. And the last one, we can also ask about how the people get the place. By plane, by boat. Those are the topics that we might ask to hospital staff we meet for the first time. All right, now let's read this model dialogue. There will be two people in this model dialogue. The first one's named Adams. The second one is Harrison. I will be Adams and you will be Harrison then. So let's make a practice then to train our pronunciation and also speaking. I would like to start. Once again, you will become the Harrison, sorry. So Adam first. Hello, good morning. I don't believe we meet here. I'm Dr. Brian Adams. I am in intensive care unit at Star Hospital, New York. Pleased to meet you too, nurse. About 5 years. What about you? How long have you been working in pediatric unit? Oh, sure. It is nice talking to you too. Let's go inside. Now let's discuss the steps and also the language expressions that we usually use when we would like to make a first encounter with the hospital staff. Okay, first one we can make some greetings and then we introduce ourselves. We can respond to an introduction, and in order to build good relationship, we can employ small talks. For example, talk about jobs, about the company, about the origin, about the place you are in at the time of speaking, about the events you attend together, about the situations, about the weather, about the food, etc. And finally, we need to end a conversation nicely. I surely believe that you have been able to make some greetings. You can say, hello, hi, good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. After you greet the people, you start introducing yourself. You can mention your name, your profession, the department, the hospital, and finally the city or the country if the context is about international context. You can say, pleased to meet you, happy to meet you, nice to meet you, to make it sounds nicer. I would like to give you an example. I would like to ask you to read together with me. Okay, let's start. I'm Nurse Alberto da Silva. I work in the critical care unit of Sunrise Hospital in Rome. Pleased to meet you. If the person introduces herself or himself first, you need to respond to the introduction. You can say, hello, Nurse Da Silva. Pleased to meet you too. And then you start introducing yourself. You can say, hi, I'm Dr. William Kostner. I'm a dentist working in the general surgery department of Green Hospital, Sydney, Australia. Okay. Again, we need to remember that having small talks is really important when we have an introduction process. After introducing ourselves, we usually continue with small talk or informal talk to get to know each other better. Who knows, in the future we would like to make collaboration, doing research together, for example. That's why by having small talks, it shows that we would like to build a good relationship with the people that we firstly meet. I have provided several topics to discuss in small talks. We can talk about the job, the company, the place where we are from, the place we are in at the time of speaking, the event we attend together. We can also discuss the food, talk about the weather, talk about the speaker of the conference, for example. By having small talks, again, we would like to show that we want to build good relationship with the person that we firstly meet. Finally, we need to end a conversation. Of course, we need to end a conversation nicely. We can say, well, nice talking to you. Oh, I'm so sorry, I have to go now. See you again soon. And then you can also respond by saying this. Nice talking to you too. Okay, bye for now. And see you again. This is now time for practice. Practice number 1. Use the following clues to introduce yourself. I have provided several clues. Brian Adams, Doctor, Intensive Care Unit, Mount Fuji Hospital, Tokyo, and Japan. Would you please introduce yourself using that clues? You can say, good morning, I'm Dr. Brian Adams. I am in Intensive Care Unit at Mount Fuji Hospital, Tokyo, Japan. Pleased to meet you. In the next slide, I would like to give you several cases or several informations for you to practice introducing yourself. Using the following clues, would you please introduce yourself? Number 1, Anita Brown, pharmacist. Pharmacy, Johnson & Johnson Hospital, Nairobi, and Kenya. Would you please pause this video for a while and then have a nice practice individually? Well, practice number 2. This is the practice that you need to do when we have class this Monday. I would like to set up the situation. The situation is like this. You're now attending an international conference in Seoul, South Korea. The conference is about the joy and challenges of working as a healthcare professional in the 21st century. So this is the situation. We are now not in Indonesia. We are now in Seoul, South Korea, to attend a conference. You meet many new people coming from around the world. It means English is the only mean of communication. Well, next, you will become someone with new profession and comes from a particular country. So you can be a doctor, you can be a nurse, you can be a surgeon, you can be, what else? Security in a hospital, for example. And you can come from South Korea, you can come from Japan, you can come from Indonesia, you can come from England. It's up to you. So you will be somebody else. Next, you're a sociable and easygoing person who really likes to meet new people. So you're not shy, you're brave, you're confident. And then, please, meet at least 5 new people in the conference. The first encounter, remember. And then you need to practice the materials that we have discussed. Please take notes because you need to report at the end of the session related to cut 1.1 anyway. To do practice number 2, I suggest you to make a WhatsApp video call with one person that you really want to discuss or to practice. After you finish, you end the conversation and then you make another video call with the second person. You can do the same with the rest until you get at least 5 people, 5 different people. It means I suggest you to make 5 different video call via WhatsApp so that you will have 5 times for the practice. While you are doing the interview or the conversation, I'd like to ask you to take notes. Take several important informations about the person you're having a conversation with. We would like to discuss these technical matters when we have class if needed. Now, I would like to discuss cut 1.1. It's about the report. So there are several topics to be reported. Please report the identity of the people. Please also report their job or the professions. Report their specific jobs, if any. You can ask how long they have been working there in the hospital or in the unit. And then you can ask several interesting facts about the people. So those are about the identity and also small talks materials. That's why you need to take notes while you're having a conversation with the persons. To help you prepare for the report, you can use this table. You can have 3 columns, number, and then the name, and finally the notes. For example, number 1, Jonathan Lam, a dentist from Madrid, Spain, works in a dentistry department, Madrid Royal Hospital, Madrid, Spain. Takes care of patients who suffer of toothache, for example. And he has been working for 10 years. So only points and points. Now let's discuss cut 1.1. For cut 1.1, you need to make of course, a vlog. Please make a vlog about your 3 new friends that you meet at the conference. I ask you to make a video call with at least 5 new friends or 5 friends in your class, and then you make good encounter with the person. And for cut 1.1, you need to only report 3 different friends. After you finished making your vlog, please post it on our Facebook group. We will use the previous Facebook group, yeah. And then the deadline will be for the vlog 4 days from Monday, 23:55 Western Indonesian time, And you need to also give comments. Please give comments on at least 3 um, different posts. The deadline will be 6 days from Monday, 23:55 Western Indonesian time. If you have questions regarding these, please ask me during our class. That's all about meeting number 2, meeting hospital staff. If you still have any questions regarding these topics, do not hesitate to ask me during our class hour. I will be glad to answer your questions. Have a nice day.